is up, everybody? Welcome to artpod, number 13, I think, yeah, oder? And today we're going to talk about what it's like being an artist. How hard, how difficult, all the little things, questions and answers from a personal opinion. And we can work through these and maybe you guys can relate to a couple of these. And so let's begin. The first thing I want to talk about is, there's a couple of topics here. Is being an artist actually hard? Money and art? Can you actually make a living? Creative burnout? Is it real? Do you have to sell out to succeed? The loneliness of an artist and social media and art. Is this a blessing or is it a curse? And we'll discuss a couple of these and a couple of others. The first one is being an artist actually hard? Is it difficult? And the answer is no. Anyone can be an artist. I mean, I've seen people throw crap at a wall and call it art. So anyone can be an artist. And it's a very fine line between if you think it's good or not. Everybody's different. So you'll never get everybody loving your art. It's impossible. And that's fine. That's just the world. Everybody's different. Is it hard being a good artist? Well, that's difficult. When I started off, I found it. I would start a project and then I would have to stop somewhere halfway through because it's something I didn't know how to do. So I would have to rely on others to get me past that part, and then I could continue on to the next part. And that's something I really disliked. And the reason I bring this up is because a lot of people specialize today. They specialize in one field, whether it's rigging, modeling, texturing, sculpting, whatever it is. A lot of people specialize in one field. And I think a lot of universities or colleges specialize in a field. They show you general stuff and then they let you dive into a speciality. And I've never seen this as a great thing. Unless you're absolutely top of your game, it's not a perfect way to go. Learn as much as you can. I learned all the things that were blockers to me that would help me continue on to the next part. I became an extremely strong generalist. And this, I think, is extremely important, especially for today. There's a lot of artists out there. So you really need to differentiate yourself or give yourself a lot of power and strength to stick out from the rest. And this, this is just learning and practicing. And when you come up to something that you can't do, learn it. So it's not hard being or becoming an artist. It's easy to learn, hard to master. It's one of those things, right? Even today, after years and years and years of being in this industry, Ari, don't they, Ari? I told you not to go there, you bastard. Years of being an artist, I'm still learning today. Every single day, I will sit down for 20, 30 minutes or longer and learn something new. You have to. It keeps on evolving. It keeps on, and now, especially more than ever, with AI coming into it, it's a lot. The thing with AI is that, look, there's no doubt it produces incredible imagery, incredible, but it's a genre. It all looks the same. You can look at an image and know right away if it's AI or not. It's too perfect. It's got that look to it. Anyway, the one thing that's great, we'll get into a bit later, is they're starting to understand this and they're starting to create tools for artists. At the end of the day, it makes a pretty picture with absolute no control. And art is about control. So, if you're thinking of becoming an artist, you need a passion for it. It's the passion that really drives you in this field. And without a passion, honestly, it's not an easy field. If you have a passion for it, you will succeed 100%. Which leads us into money and art. Can you actually make a living? Of course you can. You can make an incredible living as an artist. These days of art people making nothing, this is a thing of the past. The difference is there's a lot of artists out there, but not a lot of good ones, which is, debatable, but you can really see those that stick out from the rest. So even though there's a dime a dozen for artists today, there's those that stand out, those that have a great knowledge of the entire vision, those that have an incredible skill at doing something, sculpting or texturing or rigging or physics or whatever it is. They have an incredible hold on it, knowledge of it, and this makes you stick out. These are needed, absolutely needed, and sought out for. So, yes, you can make an incredible living as an artist today, but you do have to push it. Like everything else, things are flooded these days. Everything is flooded. But if you're good at what you do, you can make a fantastic living. And the best thing about art is its freedom. You don't always have to be in an office. I can't remember last when I had an office job. It's fantastic. Creative burnout. Now this is real. 100% real. Margaret, it's not on the top. It's at the bottom. I told you this a million times. But yes, it's real. 100%. I said so. It's working for a company. They don't care about nothing but themselves. And you're starting out and you need to make a name, and a lot of people take advantage of you. A lot of people take advantage of you. A million things, impossible workloads, and they will go for it. So you got to be careful. You got to watch out. You got to look after yourself. It's so important in this industry. You have to look out for yourself. Chances are, if you can't do it in a comfortable manner, no one can. Everyone who takes it on is going to be killing themselves. Now look, you have to work. Starting off, you work like an animal. You work like an absolute animal, and you play the game, man. You go through, and you you hustle, and you get what you need to get. But it pays off at the end. You'll start getting into a position where you can choose your own jobs, and you can choose the projects you want to work on, and you become very strong in your field. The trick is to constantly keep learning, keep getting out there, keep your art on form, and try and keep that passion. It's that passion that you need to keep. So yes, burnout is real. Look after yourselves. Don't push yourselves beyond recognition. It's silly. It's a silly thing to do. If you feel like it's adding up or whatever, just stop. Just stop. You have to. The other form of this is when I've seen a lot of people, and they come to me and they say, I have no feeling for art anymore. I have no feeling. I have no inspiration. I have no will to do it. I don't want to do it anymore. What's happening to me? What's happening to me? And this is totally fine. I had a block. This is just art block, and I had it for over 8 months at one point, where I could do nothing personal, no personal images. Everything I tried to start, everything I did turned to crap. I had no inspiration, no direction, no passion for what I was doing anymore. I just stopped. And that's exactly what I did. I stopped. I got different hobbies. I play guitar, I play this, I woodwork, I create things, get other hobbies, and take a break from art. Take a break from it completely. Put it down. If you're feeling like, I just want to get through this image or art piece and just get it done with, then you're not in the right headspace. You need to just stop, take a break, relax a bit, And for as long as you need to, take a couple of months off until you get that inspiration, that feeling back again, you know, I'm ready to do a piece. And remember, it can make you really depressed. Use that depression in ideas and inspiration. Think about artists, you can put your emotions down visually. And this is an extremely powerful and cool thing to do. So, next time you feel depressed, use it. Next time you feel anger, use it. Happiness, use it. But when you get to that stage where you just don't care about what you're working on anymore, take a break. It's fine. All of us get there, and all of us need to take a break sometimes. You cannot be an artist all the time. It doesn't work. There's a lot of things that play in the world that play against you and that go against you and change your entire being for a while, and that's okay. So next time you think, man, why can't I do art anymore? Why can't I get those images I used to get out anymore? Why can't I get what I used to do? How have I gotten worse? It's not that. It's that you just need a break, that you need to relax, chill out, take a break from art, and get a different hobby. Go find a few hobbies, other things that you can do. Go outside, take a walk. I mean, the world is an incredible reference. Go get inspired again. And it may take a while. It might take a good while. It took me 8 months, maybe over 8 months. But then you come back, and you come back strong, and you come back with passion, and you come back remembering why you did in the first place, why you want to do art, why you became an artist. And this is an awesome thing. So, it's okay. It's totally fine to take a break. Yeah. So, do you have to sell out in order to succeed in this business? And the answer is no. The moment you sell out, you lose a piece of your soul and you'll regret it. You'll regret it. I remember when I was a lot younger, I had nothing. There was this one year where nothing came in. Pretty much nearly the entire year, nothing came in. I got offered adverts for cigarettes and alcohol, and they paid a fortune. But I didn't. I didn't take them. Although I'm not the biggest fan of human beings, I'm somebody that will never do anything to add to the diminishing well-being of humans. I don't want to add anything negative to human beings. They do that themselves. And if it's something negative like alcohol or cigarettes, I chose not to. And I was happy. You know, somebody once said to me, if you can put your head down at night and you can fall asleep, that shows that you've had a good day, that you've done the right things. I'm not talking about bureaucracy and everything outside what you've done, but what you've done that day. If you can put your head down that night and fall asleep with a clear conscience, you've done a good job. You've had a good day. And this is very true. Always try not to do something that you will regret. And literally a month after that, near the end of the year, I landed a dream project, and it paid for the entire year, and I had the best time of my life, and we won awards. It was a dream come true. They come. Keep getting out there. So no, don't sell out. Look, man, that's my personal opinion, but a lot of people will. You know, they see that money flashing. A Hugo Boss threaded suit starts forming around them. Collars start coming out of the neck. You know, Oakley glasses start falling on their faces. Don't get into that. Don't get corrupted by the money. Unfortunately, we need money. We get it. We need it to live. You're not allowed to live without it, but try always to do it the right way. Try. It's so important, man. Too many people sell out these days, and it's sad. It's sad. It becomes a trend, becomes normalized. You know, oh yeah, I got offered that, I did it. It's not. It shouldn't be. Always have your integrity. You're an artist. Do things. Think of different ways. You've got this whole creativity behind you that you could do a million things online to try and earn a little bit or do some stuff or get a name out. You're creative. It's a rare thing. So that's a big one. definitely. This is something I would, I wouldn't do even today. And it's always a battle, right? Something could come and they flash the diamonds, the Oakley glasses, the Hugo Boss suit, the cap on backwards. Don't do it. Try not to do it. Try do things the right way in life. Uh, and hopefully you do. Hopefully you become a huge success. Let me know what you think about this in particular. You know, do you think it's right to sell out, or do you think it's good to keep your integrity? Now, the loneliness of an artist. Wow. I mean, working alone, man, that can take its toll. That can take its toll. But there are some of us, like me, who love being alone. I love being alone. I've got the kids, the wife, the family, and that's all I need. I have a handful of friends which I trust and adore. I I'm very fussy about friends, but when I make them, I know they're there for life, and I know that they're good people, and I know that I can rely on them. Uh, and when it comes to human contact while you're working from home, sure, that can totally understandable. There's been days where I think like, oh man, anything just to see another human or talk with another human. I get it, but there's a lot of ways around this. Join a gym, join a club, join something that you do after hours. Go to a co-work space, co-work space, and meet people like that. Invite one of your colleagues around for a week or something to work from your place. There's a lot of ways, a lot of things you can do to minimize this and to carry on and work and just have a good time, you know. And that's always a cool thing. But yes, 100%. Sometimes it's a difficult thing, You're not around the people that you're working with. Well, most of the time I couldn't be bothered about that. It's nice to see them now and again, but not every day. But yeah, we get it. It's a difficult one. I mean, how do you feel about this? Do you enjoy working by yourself? Do you feel lonely? What do you do? What do you do to solve this one? Uh, I mean, there's so many communities. I chat a lot with people on art things. I have a Discord, which I have a couple of people on. I have friends there, and we chat a lot. And there's always a solution. If you feel lost with this, let us know. Can always come up with a solution. And that leads us to like the social media and art. Social media and art. A blessing always is a curse, man. Wow. This can be a huge subject on its own. I've actually got an artpod on this one. It's discussing what it's like to speak with people online. For instance, you put up a piece of art and you get 1,000 people saying, this is amazing. And then you get that one person that goes, this is crap. And that's the one you concentrate on. That's the one that affects you. That's the one that gets you. Social media can be a horrible place. It's because people have no remorse. They have no consequences. They come in, they could be in a bad mood, and they'll leave a terrible comment, and then they won't think of it again. It's over for them. But for you, it's there, and you got to deal with it, and it plays on you, and it's horrible. You got to grow a bit of a shell with this kind of stuff. Try and think of it as a different way, that they're in a bad place, so they're lashing out, and then try and treat it with kindness. If that doesn't work, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to lose it now and again. Just tell them what you think. But that's me, and that's a personal opinion. Don't listen to me, obviously. But sometimes they've just got something going on in their life, and they need to lash out. And this is the only way they can. Your art is crap, or nobody's liking their art, and they got to lash out somehow. Because now and again there's a popular artist, and they just get likes and loves and comments just for putting up a piece of crap. And I get it. These people see it. They've put in months into this one piece, and nobody even bats an eyelid. I get it. It's not cool. But it can also be an incredible thing, social media. Me, I try and stay off of it. Besides the YouTube and a couple of art places, fine, I'm in it. But I don't like it too much. I don't like getting too involved with social media. But sometimes you gotta, if you want to get out there and you want people to know who you are and whatever, and set things up, you gotta. It is what it is. It is what it is. So it's not the nicest thing, but use it. Use it to your advantage. For me, after 7 or 6, I've got in a way that nobody can contact me. They can, but I can answer whenever, and this is fine. It can be a blessing. You can get your work out there, you can get confidence out there, you can get noticed out there, and it can be an absolute curse. The person saying your art is crap, or you're not good enough, or this or that. We've heard it all. All of us have heard it all, and it's okay. It's fine. Grow a little bit of a shell and try and look at it a different way so it doesn't affect you that much. There's other bigger plonkers out there and bigger knobs out there that do a lot more damage than a few lines on the internet. It's fine. And that's it. Which kind of brings us to like AI. AI, it's growing. I remember they attacked art first, right? AI always attacks art first. Make a pretty picture. But I can guarantee you that art will be the last to be replaced. I mean, we had a bit of a fad. Everybody jumped on, all these Hugo Boss, Egyptian threaded suited idiots all jumped on board. We don't need artists anymore. We can prompt an image. Margaret, I told you you don't cut the fish like that, Margaret. You do it backwards, not frontways, Margaret. You're gonna ruin supper. Okay, that was a terrible accent. I'm learning. But yeah, AI here, it's here to stay. But something that I've started noticing in AI is that, sure, we've got incredible image generators. Look, let's be honest. The art of AI is beautiful. It's incredible. But it's all the same. It's all the same. And the one thing that it does not have is control. Absolute control. And that's where I started seeing things changing now. It's not about making a damn image generator or a video generator or whatever. They're starting to create clever tools for the artist to use to have control over their imagery or their art. And this, I think, is the right way to go. This is an amazing way to go. The thing is, it's difficult to have absolute control over AI. But then packaging it as a tool to do a certain thing for you, this is incredible. Now this I'm fully on board and I love. Look, I play around sometimes with image generators. I have no fun. I get cool images, but I have no fun. Once that thing's done, I chuck it away. I never look at it again. I'll never put my name on it, and I'll never put it out. But, sometimes it's good to stay on top of these things. I study it a lot. But there's nothing out there with all these image generators that absolutely give you control. I think Stable Diffusion came the closest, but still it's got a long way to go. And that's the other thing, when you're working for a company and you get your boss, whatever the hell, hey, we can use AI for all of that. It's not, man. They try it, they test it, it fails. Some of them go, that's all we need, and then they love it, but it can't. There's no accuracy over AI. Using it for small little things, little images, whatever, background, whatever, it's fine. It's fine. But for absolute control, man, it's going to take... Because it's soul, right? It's soul. It's about your decisions. And that's what all these AI images lack. They look beautiful, but they lack that soul. They lack that realism. They're too perfect. Art's not about absolute perfection. It's about mistakes and little glitches and a feeling. It's handmade. And I remember this discussion was around back when drawing started becoming digital. And there was the same. There's no soul, but there was. That was just more being afraid. But the human was still creating it, and they found a way to start using the tools to create something beautiful. So I think once AI settles for art, man, it's doing a good job. Script writing. Look, I'm not a script writer, so I wouldn't know. But man, it's starting to do some things pretty damn well. Music, but still, It's the soul within the music, the soul within the writing. Code. Now there's there's something, there's something that can be replaced. I get it to do a lot of my blueprints now, a lot of my little snippets, code, whatever. I'm using it more and more to do these things. And I'm not a great coder at all, but I'm starting to get what I need now. Because it's logical, right? It can't think creative. Well, it can't. It has no soul. So linear things, or what's the word I'm looking for when you kind of logical things it's great at, but creative things, it can create beauty, but it has nothing in it. There's no soul in it. And I think that's a huge differentiation. So things like coding and programming, I think it'll take over before, self-driving cars, lawnmowers outside, all these logical things. I think that's where AI kicks in amazingly. But creativity, I don't think it'll get there anytime soon for any massive things. Sure, script writing, but that's still, it's using a very logical way of doing something. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me know what you think. But I don't think it's there yet. I think it'll be the last thing to lose artists. There was a big fad. People started just using AI and stuff, and they still are using AI, but it's becoming less and less and becoming more of a tool. And companies and people wearing their caps backwards with Oakleys on and golden chain, they're starting to understand, wait, what do you mean we can't get that exact image or that exact way? Especially gaming companies, film companies, things like this, man, they'll use it as tools to do something like lip syncing or dubbing or replacing something or whatever. But they're never going to use it to make a full-blown movie because there's no control over it. Not yet, anyway. This could change. Margaret, it's not down there. I've told you a million times, don't make me come around there. Don't make me come around there, Margaret. But yeah, I think it's fine. Honestly, I feel extremely safe that AI is not going to take too many jobs away. I mean, it can take away the basic ones, right? Make a little picture of something, fine. But it's not going to take away skilled jobs or skilled detailed work or massive games, and it can't. It can be used as tools inside of them, sure, and that's fine. But otherwise, no, I think we're good. Anyway, I hope this all helps. I hope it was cool. I hope you learned a couple of things. I hope it answered some questions. If it didn't and you have questions, let me know. Let me know, and I'm always here to try and answer. Anyway, stay safe. I hope you're well. Have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you later. Bye, guys.